Before I explain anything to you today, I want to ask you a favor. Get up from the chair where you are sitting right now. You don't need to go anywhere. Just get up. Did you pay attention to how you did that? Did you use your hands to support yourself on the arm of the chair? Did you hold on to anything? Did you feel that momentary hesitation before throwing yourself forward? If the answer was yes to any of these questions, this video was made exactly for you, because that simple gesture, getting up from a chair, is what doctors call one of the biggest predictors of falls in people over 60. And almost no one talks about it clearly. It's not a weakness of character. It's not laziness. It's a signal your body is sending and that you still have time to respond. Today you're going to discover a method that most physical therapists only use in expensive clinics, and that you can start doing today in your own home without any equipment. On a step you've climbed 1,000 times, on a rug that's been there for years, on a completely smooth floor. Most people think, it was a distraction. But it wasn't. This stumble has a name. Experts call it delayed muscle activation failure. In simple terms, your muscle took 1 second longer to react. And that extra second is exactly what separates a fright from a serious fall. The problem isn't in your legs. It's in the communication between your brain and your muscles. Let me explain. When you were younger, this communication was almost instantaneous. You would lose your balance, your body would correct itself, often without you even realizing it. It was automatic. Over time, and this happens to everyone, it's not a disease, it's physiology, this response speed begins to decrease. The nerves that transmit the signal from the brain to the muscle become a little slower. The muscles that stabilize the ankle, knee, and hip become a little less alert. And then, the body starts to compensate. You start walking with shorter steps, without realizing it. You start holding on to things when sitting and standing. You start avoiding stairs, avoiding certain terrains, avoiding going out at night. And every time you avoid it, the system gets even slower. It's a silent cycle. What nobody tells you is that this cycle can be reversed. Not completely stopped, but significantly reversed. And the key isn't in trying harder. It's in something much simpler than that. But there's a serious problem with this advice when it comes to balance and fall prevention. They work the muscle, but they don't train the response. Think about it. A strong muscle that reacts slowly will still let you down. What needs to be trained isn't just strength. It's the speed at which your nervous system activates that muscle at the right moment. And there's another problem. Most of the exercises recommended for older people are done in stable, controlled positions, without any real balance challenge. You're lying down, sitting, supported. But real life doesn't work that way. In real life, you slip on a wet floor. You misstep on the sidewalk. You turn around quickly to grab your phone. You step up an unexpected step. And the body needs to be trained for these situations, not for a controlled gym environment. That's why so many people who work out regularly still fall, because their training doesn't include the most important component, training the balance reflex. You will learn to deliberately unbalance yourself under safe conditions so that your nervous system learns to recover faster. That's exactly what physical therapists do with patients who have suffered a stroke, hip fracture, or neurological problems. They don't put the person in a comfortable position and ask them to stay still. They create small imbalances so that the body learns to correct itself. And the most important discovery in recent years in the field of geriatric rehabilitation, which is the specialty that cares for older people, is that this type of training works at any age. At 65, at 75, at 85 years old. The brain continues to learn. The nervous system continues to adapt. This is called neuroplasticity, and it doesn't have an expiration date. What you need is the right stimulus. And I'm going to show you now, step by step, how to apply this in your home with complete safety. You will need 3 things: a chair with a firm backrest, a space of approximately 2 steps in front of you, and 2 minutes of your attention. Just that. First important thing before you begin, position the chair against the wall or in a safe corner. It won't be used for sitting. It will be your safe support point. Think of it as a silent bodyguard. It's there if you need it, but the goal is not to need it. Now pay attention, because what I'm about to describe seems too simple. And that's exactly why it works. Take a deep breath once. Now observe your body, without judgment. Just observe. Are you leaning more to one side? Is your weight shifted more to your heels or the balls of your feet? Are you unconsciously tensing your stomach for fear of losing your balance? These observations constitute your personal diagnosis. Keep this information in mind. Step 1. The weight test. With your fingers still on the back of the chair, begin to slowly transfer your body weight to your right foot. Slowly, no rush. Feel your right foot pressing into the ground. Feel the toes of your right foot spreading slightly. Feel your ankle working to maintain balance. Now, without lifting your left foot off the ground yet, try to relieve as much weight as possible from that foot, as if it were a feather, almost without contact with the ground. Hold for 5 seconds. Breathe. Now switch. Pass to the left. Same thing. What you just did isn't a strength exercise. It's a body awareness exercise. You're teaching your brain to perceive where your weight is. And that's the foundation of all real balance. Do it 3 times on each side. Take your time. With your toes still on the backrest, you're going to take a small sideways step with your right foot, not forward, but to the side, and then bring your left foot up to it, like a slow dance step. Very slow. But here's the detail that changes everything. The moment your left foot is in the air, before it touches the ground, you're going to release the back of the chair for 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. At this point, your nervous system will truly be activated, because it will need to calculate where the ground is, where your center of gravity is, and what needs to be adjusted. That's the training in action. After 2 seconds, you lightly touch the backrest again. Do this 4 times on each side. If you feel insecure, there's absolutely no problem in keeping your hand on the backrest for longer. The important thing is that you try, even if just for a second, because it's in that second that learning happens. Now, spontaneously and without even telling yourself, take a tiny step forward, as if someone had given you a gentle nudge from behind. Your body will react. It will adjust. Maybe your arm will move slightly to balance. Maybe your knees will bend a little. Maybe your torso will lean forward. Let it happen. This is called an automatic postural response. And the more you practice this small, controlled startle, the faster this response becomes. You're not learning how not to fall. You're training your body to recover before you fall. Do this 8 times. Rest. Do it 8 more times. They are responsible for sending information to the brain about where the body is in space. With aging, these receptors become less sensitive. But when you intentionally stimulate them, as in step 1, you literally reactivate them. Think of a muscle that hasn't been used for a long time. It atrophies. Mechanoreceptors work the same way. The good news is that they respond to stimuli with surprising speed. When you release the backrest for 2 seconds in step 2, your cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for balance, enters active learning mode. It registers the imbalance, calculates the correction, and stores this information. The next time you are in a similar situation in real life, an uneven floor, an unexpected step, it will access this memory and react faster. And when you practice the reflex step, the tiny step forward, you're training what neurologists call the protective stepping reaction. It's the movement the body makes automatically to avoid falling when it loses its balance. This reflex can be retrained. And in clinical studies with people over 70, this type of training reduced the risk of falls by up to 40% in just 8 weeks. 40%. With 2 minutes a day. Now I'm going to give you a clear path. No complications, without demanding too much from your body all at once. First week, you will only do step 1 and step 2, once a day in the morning before having breakfast. Associating it with breakfast is important because it creates a habit, and habit is what sustains results. 2 minutes, that's all. Second week, you add step 3, the reflex step. Now it's 4 minutes a day, still in the morning, still before breakfast. But here's an important variation. In the second week, you'll try to do step 1 with your eyes closed for 3 seconds, with your hand still on the backrest, just 3 seconds. This doubles the challenge for the nervous system because it removes the visual reference. and forces the body to rely on other balance systems. Third week, you begin doing the exercise on slightly different surfaces. A folded towel on the floor, a softer mat, not a mattress, just a surface that's a little less firm than a normal floor. This continues to challenge the mechanoreceptors in your feet. Fourth week onwards, your body will start giving you signals. You'll notice that you get up from your chair with less hesitation, that you walk with slightly more confident steps, that you climb stairs with more ease. These are not minor details. They are signs that communication between your brain and your muscles is improving, that the silent cycle I mentioned at the beginning is being broken, and breaking that cycle is exactly what will keep you independent for much longer. What really happens is that the body changes and needs different stimuli than it needed before. Not more stimuli, not more intense stimuli, more intelligent stimuli. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to lift weights. You don't need a gym, equipment, or an instructor. You need 2 minutes a day, a sturdy chair, and the decision to begin. And look, if you've made it this far in this video, you've already made part of that decision. You sought information. You stayed until the end. That already puts you in a different position from most people who let time pass, thinking there's nothing more to be done. Yes, there always is. Neuroscience proves it. Geriatric physiotherapy proves it. And thousands of people over 70, 75, 80 years old who have regained confidence in their movements after months of insecurity also prove it. You still have time. Your body still responds. And your independence is worth every 2 minutes invested each day. It talks about another silent signal the body sends before a fall, and that most people ignore for years. Click there and continue with me. See you next time.